Hey guys, how's it going? So this is my review for Hunter x Hunter episode 138. So let's start off with the zodiacs. And from what I've realized is like the zodiacs tend to always get in a fight or something, but it all revolves around one person, and that person is Pariston. Because I feel like their meetings would go a lot smoother if Pariston wasn't there. It's almost as if he's trying to fuck shit up. He's always trying to like make things more difficult, like to cause like some sort of to cause trouble. Like that's just what he does. And from the flashback by Bean, it confirms what I was thinking, because Bean said Netero chose him to be the vice chairman because he's always the kind of person who will go against you, like try to contradict whatever you say. So if you say yes, he's gonna say no. If you say it's white, he's gonna say it's black. So if you notice that that's what he always like. He's like he derives fun from doing that, right? And you could see that from the meeting so far. Last time all the Zodiacs wanted to have his head when he said, okay, I want to be chairman, and now he said something that made like the Zodiac, I've forgotten his name, the monkey looking dude. Is it monkey? I don't know. Tiger, I don't know. But yeah, he almost started to fight again, and then they had to break it up and all that. So I feel like Pariston is the main problem there. And you could see like Shadow, the dog looking whatever, the Zodiac with the ears. She was like, I wish Gain was here. So I don't know, maybe she feels that the presence of Gain would make the meetings go a lot smoother. So Gain is supposed to be like this sort of buffer for Pariston. So far that's what I got it from the meeting, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. So now for the most part of this episode, we're concentrating on the Zodiac family, right? And there's a little bit of like confusion here, because last episode Illumi stated that there is a fifth Zodiac brother, and then in this episode when Kira was talking to his dad, he referred to Alluka as his sister, like her. Like even later on in the episode, it called like, you know, how could I have left my sister here? Is it because Illumi was controlling me? So yeah, that's the little confusion now. That's just what's confusing me a little bit. I personally think it's Alluka is a girl, not a guy, because of how she's dressed, and then the teddy bears around her room. And when she was a kid, the voice sounded so feminine, not like a guy's voice. But then again, a female is who's voicing Killua, right? So you can't really, that's not really concrete evidence. But this is what I think. Everyone in the family refers to her as a teen. Now, if you're not going to associate, if you think so less of it, to so little of this human being, that you're going to refer to this person as a teen, like it, like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't care what gender you give to it, right? Just like it's a teen, you don't really value this person. So I won't be like surprised if you call her a boy or a girl or whatever, because it's, to you it's like nothing, it's just a teen, right? And since Killua was stated in this episode that he knows Alluka more than everyone else, so I'm guessing that means he's probably right in calling, like, if there's anyone who should know like the right gender, it should probably be Killua. But I know what you're thinking is like, well, the mother and father, obviously, because, you know, when they give birth to Alluka, they probably saw his or her genitals, and then they could decide like, oh, this is a guy or this is a girl. But so far, the person who referred to her as a dude is actually Illumi, not the father or the mother, right? The father refers to her as Nanika, like, which means teen. So we don't really know for sure until the father or mother refers to Alluka as a guy. I'm just gonna go with her being a girl, like that's it. So far Alluka, I think Alluka is a specialist, because I don't feel like because she was in a power at a very early age, right? And I don't think she learned Nen or anything like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think she created this ability. I think it's just sort of like a curse. It's kind of like with all specialists, you're just born with this ability, right? And she's like this sort of genie, except it's with a twist. You don't rub a lamp, you actually like, you grant 3 of her requests, and then she gives you a wish. If the wish is something like mild and, you know, not too bad, the next person who gets to like fulfill a request will also have it easy, right? But if you make something like I showed in the series, in the episode, if your request is, if your wish is big, then the next request for the other guy will be pretty huge as well. So it's like equivalent exchange kind of thing. Reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist, you know. But yeah, Although there's a flip side, if you refuse to grant a request, you just turn to mincemeat, you just die like that, and apparently the one you love dies as well. It's pretty fucked up ability, and I don't know. Like, I was thinking, like, does she have to make the requests? Like, why doesn't she just, like, shut the fuck up and, spare people? Or is he just a kid who doesn't know otherwise? I don't know. So far, I'm just a little bit confused. Well, not really confused, just... I don't really know why. Whatever, just forget about it. But, yeah, so far, that's the ability of Alluka. And I also think Killua knows a lot about the ability, more than he's letting on. Because when they were trying to figure out what happened, like why the butler who made the request, who refused Alluka's request died. Killua was the one who came up with the answer. It's like, yeah, because she refused like 4 of Alluka's requests. Although you could just be like, well, Killua was there, and then just based on deduction he figured it out. But I don't know if that's the case, but that could very well be the case, because if Killua did know, then Killua could have told the girl, like, told the butler to be like, oh, yo, you do not want to refuse her request, because if you do that shit, you'll be fucked. You should probably say yes and do whatever the fuck she wants. But since Killua didn't say that, I'm gonna go with, like, he didn't know about the ability and just kind of figured it out by deduction. But yeah, Alluka is a really interesting character so far. I don't really know, like, a lot about her so far, but yeah, she's dangerous to the Zoldycks, and that's why they lock her up. Like, did you see how many gates they had to go through to get there? And Killua seems upset that they're treating her the way they're doing, right? Like, they're caging her up like she's something like that, right? Like she's not even human. They're not treating her right. They're just blocking her up away, and he feels bad about it and feels guilty for leaving her there with the family to treat her this way. And I don't really blame the Zoldycks. I mean, it's kind of cruel. I mean, this is your child, but in a way, like, something that unpredictable. Like, what if Illumi makes a wish, and next person that makes a wish is also a Zoldyck, and then Illumi makes a big wish, and then the Zoldyck dies? Because not only one Zoldyck would die, like some other Zoldyck may die, because it has like that weird connection thing. I don't even understand the ability that well, but whatever. But like, that's probably why they're keeping her away, to like protect themselves and also maybe protect her from the world. I don't know, some weird shit like that. But yeah, so far I think like there's no love lost between Silver and Alluka. But yeah, she's interesting. She's really interesting. I'm just curious to see how this goes. And I don't know, that's pretty much it for this episode. Oh, it's cool. Well, I thought it was funny when I saw Killua like spiking up his aura in front of Silver. In my head, I'm like, yeah, what are you trying to do? You can't take on Silver. I mean, this guy crushed the camera ant like that, like squashed the camera ant like an ant basically. And then you see the dog trying to like fight for Silver and stuff, and then Killua just says it. I thought that was pretty badass. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just rambling on right now, so I'm just gonna stop this. If you like the review, or leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. See you guys next time. Bye.